Hi students, this is going to be our last lesson and this is going to be on Unit 4. Sorry, got to get adjusted here. Unit 4, so it's lessons 5 through 8 for our Unit 4. Again, if you want to participate in the summer class, please make sure you let me know. I need to send a list to the office on Friday, okay, on this coming Friday. So please let me know if you are able to attend. It'll be 5 weeks, starts on May 26th. There are some orientations and you would choose an orientation date, either Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of that week, starting May 26th. And you attend the orientation on a Zoom live meeting. And then you would be working in Burlington English again. The teachers would be having a Zoom instruction time like I am showing you here on this video. And that gets recorded and you can watch that during the week whenever you want. And then you have to do so many hours in Burlington English. The last day of that term is June 29th. And there's a possibility that we may have another second 5 weeks after that, but I don't know that yet. So that will come later and you'll find out that information from whoever is assigned as your teacher. I do not know if I'm teaching, but you'll find out all the information that you need to know, and you can always contact me for help if you need help. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you and we're gonna finish up this Burlington English and go to our low intermediate, to our in-class lessons, and do 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you will need to complete, because Tuesday for COD students, that's our last day. For Joliet students, our last day is Saturday. Okay, and I already have my Joliet students set to go for summer. I've sent your information to the office already. So I just need to hear from my COD students, Tatiana, Uyanga, and Diva. And I did talk to Diva today, thank you. So again, my lessons are going to students at College of DuPage and at Joliet Junior College, because you guys are working in the same thing. So it's fun. We can all be working on this together and see this together. So let's go ahead and start. I've also heard from a couple of other instructors that some students are having a difficult time with the speaking sections and getting the microphones to work, or it's not picking up your sound, or it's showing red because the pronunciation isn't, according to them, correct. If you have that problem, just don't worry about it. Just continue to do work and don't worry about the speaking part. I think I told you about that in the last lesson, that I have to put my head down here by my speaker in order for it to hear even me as a native speaker. If you get an arrow, a little arrow in the circle, then that means that it did record something. Okay, even if you don't see any color in the circle, it does mean it recorded something if you get the arrow. So, okay, so we're gonna look at this Watch and Speak Smart Shopping. In this lesson, you're going to watch a video about smart shopping and role play a conversation at a supermarket. We might not be able to get to that role play, but identify smart shopping habits, discuss store specials, ask for a refund. So these things may not be exactly happening the same way right now, but yeah, people would not be standing that close to each other right now in the store unless they were wearing masks, right? But again, we just want you to have these skills, the life skills, to be able to go to a store and know how to purchase products and look at ingredients and those kinds of things. Okay, so where are the people? What are they doing? Right? They look like they're in a grocery store or a supermarket. Okay, they're shopping. Some people compare prices when they're shopping to save money. Do you compare prices? What else do you do to save money? So remember we talked about comparative earlier in lessons 1 through 4. We were talking about comparatives like as blank as, or cheaper than. So that's where we would include that grammar, right? If you're looking at one type of honey versus another type of honey that you might buy to put in your tea or on your bread or on your toast, you might look at the price, the size of the container. Is it a good buy? You're comparing this honey A to honey B. Some people compare prices. That's what that is when they are shopping to save money. Do you compare prices? What else do you do to save money? Did we talk about coupons before? Maybe you use coupons, you shop at a discount store. There we go. I compare prices, I use coupons. I do compare prices sometimes in different things, but sometimes, when you have a brand you like, you might stick with that brand, but you want to use a coupon for that brand. Is shopping in the US different from shopping in the country you are from? I'm not sure, because I think the only country I've ever been to outside of the US that any of you might be from is Mexico or Canada, but I don't think we have any students that are French speakers from the part of Canada where they speak French. But I think it could be the same. It might be different because you have different types of products. That's something you can think about. All right, let's go on to our vocabulary. Okay, again, so vocabulary, you can see the vocabulary over here, these phrases, okay, head to, checkout line, on sale, refund, take advantage of, receipt, store brand, make my purchases. Okay, those are the vocabulary. And again, I'll go really quickly to show you it. Now you won't see all of this, but you will see vocabulary practice. Okay, so when you're doing your work, you can see vocabulary practice. Okay, and since we're working on smart shopping, and here's lesson 5, which is the lesson that we're in. Okay, so there's vocabulary practice. Okay, so you can see some words for vocabulary practice. And you can listen.
2 for $5.
Okay, so that's something that you can do as well if you want to look at the vocabulary practice. Okay, maybe you want to do that before you start on your lesson 5, is look at the vocabulary practice. Okay, so we'll go back to our lesson. Okay, so that's where you can find some vocabulary practice before you do your lesson. Besides this, here we're looking at match each sentence to the sentence that could follow it. So number 1 says, I need to buy some things for my house. Okay, context. Remember, we've talked a lot about context. What is the sentence saying? What does it mean? That is context. So if you're talking about buy and for your house, that should match something over here that has something to do with that. I'm going to head to the store. People in the checkout line know, usually on sale. Now by the store brand, I'm ready to make my purchases. I think this one probably goes over here with number 1. I am going to head to the store. So let's see if we are correct. Yep. Okay. I always shop at Value Mart to save money. So, I take advantage of their low prices. That sounds to me like the right answer. When I shop, I try not to pay the full price. So as you're doing exercises like this, Look at what this says and find a matching sentence. I try not to pay the full price. If you don't pay the full price, you want to buy something on sale, right? I usually buy items on sale. I think this one's going to go there. Okay, so you can see how that's done. So refund, right? Let's see. I bought the wrong kind of cleaner. Oh, sorry. I finished shopping. I went ahead here. I finished shopping. I'm ready to make my purchases. The store is very crowded. What does that go to? There are 7 people in the checkout line. That happens to me a lot when I go to Home Goods or TJ Maxx. Sometimes those stores are very busy and I have to wait in a long line. Not right now though, because those stores aren't open. I paid by credit card. Let's see where this goes. Then the cashier gave me the receipt. I bought the wrong kind of cleaner yesterday. I returned it, right, to customer service and got a refund. You bought something that was wrong, you get a refund. I buy a lot of different brands at Lee's Supermarket. Well, here's the last one. Obviously, it goes here, but the store brand is usually the cheapest. Okay, so let's look at something here. We're going to watch. Okay, so here are people that are shopping. So it's always fun for us to be able to watch these videos. Terry and Richie are shopping. So you click the little icon, okay, above to watch part 1 of the video. Let me make this bigger.
So, Terry, what do we need?
Let me get my phone, Richie. I made a list of things to buy on my notes app. Okay, here it is. We need some shampoo.
This one is on sale for $3.69. But those are buy one, get one free.
How much is one?
$2.99.
So that's a better deal. Let's get 2 of those.
Good evening, shoppers. Take advantage of our specials. Tonight only, our paper towels are on sale. A 6-pack for only $5. That's 50% off.
It's not on our list, but we should get the paper towels. We always need them.
Okay. So which ones are on sale? These?
No, that's the name brand. The store brand is the one on sale.
Oh, okay. Do we need anything else here?
Yes. Cleaner.
These are on sale, $5.
That's great. Let's get 2 of them.
Anything else?
Attention shoppers. Value Mart will close in 10 minutes. Please head to the nearest checkout line to make your purchases.
I guess we're done. Let's go pay.
All right, so let's look. All right, so how does Terry remember what to buy at the supermarket? Okay, do you remember what Terry did? You can see in the picture, right? She said she had a notes app on her phone and she put her list in the notes app, right? That's a good idea. I do that sometimes as well, especially for shopping for Christmas gifts. I'll ask my family if they have a list of things that they might want for Christmas or for their birthday. And I put the list in my phone so that I don't forget it. How do you think using a shopping list helps Terry and Richie save money? Do you use a shopping list when you go to the store? I think that a shopping list helps you not to buy things that you don't need. Sometimes you might see something and you think, oh, I could use that. I want that, or I want that. But is it something that you need, or is it something that you want? They buy things on the list. They don't buy things they don't need. What else do Terry and Richie do to save money? Notice that they bought things that were buy one, get one free, or 2 for $5, or they bought that special sale of the paper towels. So that's another way that they can save money, buying things on sale. All right, and I think we have one more question. Are Terry and Richie smart shoppers? Is that a good way to shop? Is that the way you shop? I think they are good shoppers because they're not just grabbing something to have it, even if they don't need it. Yes. Let's continue. Store specials. Remember that they talked about the store special? Okay, it was the paper towels. All right, we're gonna keep moving on. Read the expressions for store specials. What do you think they mean? So when they say two items for $5, that means 2 items for $5. So if you bought one item, it might only be $2.50, $2.50 plus $2.50 is $5. But is it possible that maybe if you buy 2, you only pay $5, but if you buy 1, it might be $3? So $3 for 1 or $5 for 2. $5 for 2, that's a good deal, right? You pay $5 for 2 of the same item. Buy one, get one free. Sometimes they call that BOGO, B-O-G-O, BOGO. Buy one, get one. So what does buy one, get one mean? If you pay for something, you get an extra one without having to pay for it. Store brand, 6 for $5. So that was the paper towels, which means you get 6 items for only $5. $50 off. What is 50% off? Right? It's half. You pay half the regular price. All right. So here's Terry and Richie again, and now there's another part of the video. So we'll watch the next part of the video, okay? And then we'll look at the questions. Terry and Richie have finished shopping, but there is a problem. Click above to watch part 2 of the video. So we're gonna watch that, and then we'll talk about the questions. What problem do Terry and Richie have? Who helped them with their problem? How did they find out there was a mistake? What can you learn from this? So when you come across this, sometimes if you have to answer questions, and then there's one more, here we go. Have you ever had a problem like Terry and Richie's? What did you do? Okay, you can connect that to your own experience. All right, so let's watch the rest of this video, but sometimes as a strategy or a skill for learning, you can read the sentences first or do the reading first, then watch the video, okay? Or do the reading, or read the questions, do the reading, and then go back to the questions. That way you can think about the question while you're watching or while you're reading, and maybe you can find the answer and be ready with your answer. Okay, so let's make this bigger. Let's make me smaller. Here we go.
Wow, that was more expensive than I thought. We didn't even buy that much. Can I see the receipt?
Sure. Sure.
Seems like my internet is running a little bit slow here. Sorry about this one. I don't know why this is happening. Let's try again. Hopefully this one will run. If it doesn't work, we'll just skip it.
Wow, that was
Yeah, I think I'm having a little internet problem right now. So we're
than
gonna
I
have,
thought.
here we go.
We didn't even buy that much. Can I see the receipt?
Sure.
I think I see the problem. The cashier charged us the wrong price for the paper towels. I'm pretty certain they were 50% off. What do you think?
I think you're right. Let's go to customer service.
Yes, how can I help you?
I'm not sure, but I think there's a mistake on the receipt.
What kind of mistake?
I may be wrong, but it looks like the cashier charged us the full price for the paper towels and not the sale price.
Let me check.
Thanks.
Yes, you're correct. The paper towels were 50% off, but you paid the full price. I'll take care of that. I can give you a refund.
That would be great.
Please swipe your credit card. Here you are. You'll see a refund of $5 on your credit card. I'm sorry for the mix-up.
No problem. I appreciate your help.
Thank you for shopping at Value Mart.
Okay, all right, we got that to work, just having to make that a little smaller. Okay, so what was the problem? Has that ever happened to you? Maybe you had a few things in your cart and when you paid, you were like, wow, that was really expensive. So their problem was that they thought they paid too much money, right? That the cashier didn't ring the right amount. There is a mistake on their receipt. Who helped them with their problem? The customer service representative. So usually there is a desk with a person that you could bring those things to their attention. How did they find out? Well, they looked at their receipt and they saw that they were charged the wrong amount, right? It's important to check your receipt before you leave the store. I used to go grocery shopping with my grandmother when I was a little girl. And when she got home, she would take out her receipt and she would check off every item. She took all the groceries out of the bag and set them on the table and checked off every item. And sometimes she would find a mistake and then they would go back to the store and have it corrected. So it's always a good idea to check your receipt if it doesn't seem right, okay? If it doesn't seem right. Have you ever had a problem like that? I have had a problem like that where I noticed that the cashier rang the item through two times, but I only bought one. So I've gone back to the store and they fixed it for me. Okay. So here's something talking about polite language. We'll listen to this, and this is the information. Sometimes stores make mistakes and charge you the wrong price. When this happens, you can ask customer service to correct the mistake. use polite language when you speak to customer service. So that is, again, using things like please and thank you and it's no problem and thank you for your help and I really appreciate it. Those are common things that we would say in the US. And if any of you are working in a type of job where you work with customers, right? Sometimes customers aren't always the friendliest people, but this is the way we like to do it in English and in the US, is just having a very simple, polite language. So we will see this is a good example of that type of polite language.
Good evening. How can I help you?
I'm not sure, but I think there's a mistake on the receipt.
What kind of mistake?
I may be wrong, but it looks like the cashier charged us the full price for the shampoo, not the sale price.
Let me check.
Thank you.
Yes, you're correct. You paid the full price. I can give you a refund.
Great.
Sorry for the mix-up.
No problem. I appreciate your help.
Okay, so there's a lot of polite language in this conversation. How does the shopper explain politely that there's a mistake? First, the shopper says, I'm not sure, but I think there's a mistake. So they're saying, well, I just want to be sure that there is. And again, they say a second time, I may be wrong, but it looks like the cashier charged us the full price. So I'm not sure, I may be wrong. Okay, so the customer is saying, it might not be your cashier. I might have looked at the price wrong, but I think it's this way. That's a nice way to do something. What two things does the customer service worker say to show that he'll help the shopper? Okay, so look right here. He says, let me check. And then he says, yes, you're correct. And then he apologizes to the shopper. He says, sorry for the mix-up. And he says he can give a refund. So again, he is being very kind and using polite language. Now there are a couple more questions here. What does the customer service worker say to show that the customer is right? He says, yes, yes, you're correct. What does the customer service worker say to apologize? Okay, apologize. He says, sorry for the mix-up. Okay. Okay, so here's something, I think we'll skip this, but it does have, again, some polite language like good evening and I'm not sure, I may be wrong. Same thing, okay? And here are some mistakes. What kind of mistake? And here it says full price for shampoo. Here are some other kinds of mistakes. You think the cashier charged you for 2 boxes of cereal, but you only bought 1. You think the cashier charged you for eggs, but you didn't buy any. You think the cashier charged you the full price for orange juice, not the sale price. So those are just some ideas of what a mistake could be if we were going to role play. But since we're not live in class, we can't do that right now. So we will just carry on to our next lesson. Okay, indefinite pronouns. Here's our next lesson. In this lesson, you're going to learn about indefinite pronouns. Look at the purses. Which one should I buy? This one, it's really pretty. I have my papers upstairs and I'm not upstairs in my office today. I'm downstairs in my kitchen, but we'll get to that in the presentation. So we're going to use indefinite pronouns. Which one? So this is what it's all about. Look at the purses. Which one should I buy? Okay, this one is referring back to the purses, okay? And using that word like a pronoun. This one, it's really pretty. I know, but it's black. I already have a black purse. What about the purses on the table? Those? The ones over there? Yes. So let's look at the indefinite pronouns and what those exactly mean. And they're also using demonstrative adjectives, this, that, these, and those. Those are a little different, but they work together. Use one for singular count nouns. Remember, we talked about count nouns are things that you could assign a number to, 1, 2, 3, 5. And non-count nouns, things like bread or milk or cheese, right? Those you didn't really put a number, you don't really put a number on. There are a lot of nice purses in this store. I like the red one, okay? That's referring to the purse, okay? Use ones for plural count nouns. There are a lot of nice purses in this store. I like the black ones, meaning the black purses. You can say, here you're talking about a specific red one, meaning one, and here you are talking about more than one, black ones, meaning more than one, more. So 2 or 3 or 5, 4 or 5, okay? More than one. Use one or ones after which. Look at the purses. Which one should I buy? I'll buy you 2 purses. Which ones, meaning 2, the 2 purses do you like? Use one after this or that. So this or that is the demonstrative adjective here. Which purse do you like? That one, okay? So you're like pointing, that one, or this one, okay? So this, that, these, and those. So this closer to you, right? The purse near you, and that, the purse far away from you. Do not use ones after these or those. Which purses do you like? These, the purses near you, or those, the purses far from you. So this and these are the near ones for near you, and that and those are the ones that are further away from you, okay? I'm sorry, farther, wrong word, farther away from you, okay? So when you say these or those, because that is implying purses, okay, that's already implying the plural, so you don't have to use the word one or ones there, okay? All right, so let's go to some practice with that. All right, this cell phone is great. It's too expensive. I want to buy that. Now we're only talking about a cell phone, singular. I want to buy that one. Okay, I want to buy that one. I'm going to reset this because I'm thinking you click on it for your answer. Okay, which blouse do you like? I like the blue one. It's only a blouse, see, not plural. Did you wash my jeans? Which one or which ones? Ones, okay. Which sunglasses are you taking to the beach? Sunglasses, the ones I bought last week. Can you recommend a good book? I think you'll like this one. Okay, so let's check. Yeah, so things like glasses and jeans, this is an interesting little exercise because glasses, okay, this is one pair of glasses, but it's 2 lenses. Jeans are 2 legs. So they're put in with that form with the S on the end. hope that's not a little bit confusing, but when they look, and that could be more than one pair, but generally that's only one. That's only referring to one pair of sunglasses or one pair of jeans. It could be more specific. For example, if it said, did you wash my black jeans? Okay, then you don't need this indefinite pronoun here, because your answer would be, oh, yes. You're not having to say which ones, right? So here they're talking about more than one, but sunglasses, right? That's just how we don't say sunglass, we say sunglasses, because there's two glasses here. All right, let's do some more practice. That could be a little bit confusing. So now we're just going to complete the conversation, and we're using those ones, which ones, this one. You can always go back when you're working in your lessons to the presentation and just look at the rules, okay? Review the rules when you're doing your practice if you're not sure. Which shampoo should we buy? Okay, which shampoo? This one, it's on sale. Have you seen my shoes? Okay, again, shoes, one of those words like sunglasses, right? We don't say shoe unless maybe you're only looking for one. We're looking for shoes. Which ones? The brown or the blue shoes? Okay, so talking about two different pairs, even if we were only talking about one. Have you seen my shoes? Which ones? Okay, then you say, oh, my brown shoes, right? Or my blue shoes, whatever. Which paper towels do you want? Those. There are a lot of people in this checkout line. Let's move to another. So is checkout line singular? Is it one, or is it two or three or four? In that sentence, it's one. Let's move to another one. Oh, I have to show it. There we go. Okay. More practice. So this is a conversation that says to use these words at the top, these, ones, one, and those. These, ones, one, and those, okay? So remember, these is close to you, those is further away, okay? And one is for one thing, and ones is for plural, remember. I'm looking for a small car. We sell new cars and used cars. New cars and used cars, that's more than one. Which ones are you interested in? Used cars. We have some small used cars over there, past the office. Those, the ones next to the trucks. Yes, I see a blue car. Can we look at that one? Okay, that one, because a blue car, meaning just one. Sure, you can get it for a good price. What about the cars right here? Right here is close to you. These, they're new. Oh, I like this one, but it's probably expensive, okay? Remember with this one, yes, it's expensive. Oh, I'll go look at the used cars. So now I have put the answers in, and let's check. Correct. All right, we'll review now. And again, remember, if you're going through and you're not understanding, go back to the presentation or the rules. Okay, look at that section. Let's just go to look at this really quick in your lesson so you can get an idea. Okay, so here, presentation. All right, that's where you're going to find your rules. So when you're working in your lessons, you can go back to the presentation when you're doing your practice and look at the rules. Okay, so let's go back. And we are, I think we're here. Might have done this one already. So we'll just review. Yep. And then you can reset and try again. If again, remember that if you didn't get everything correct, you can self-correct it. Okay, so let's review with using these indefinite pronouns. Correct the error in the second sentence of each conversation according to the grammar in the lesson. All right, so again, there's something in the sentence that's not correct and you need to fix it. So let's see, I'd like a pizza. Which ones, spinach or mushroom? So what is incorrect in this sentence? Can you see it? I'd like a pizza. Huh, that's just one, right? But this says which ones? Okay, so let's see. Which one? So let's see how they exactly answer this. Which one? So they have you write the whole sentence, okay? Which one? Which sunglasses do you like? This one? No, because for sunglasses, remember, it's 2 lenses, 2 glass. So we say one pair of lenses is sunglasses. Okay, so it's a form being plural. So I guess I can't type in. I'll have to reset in order to type. So which one? Whoops. Which ones? Which one dash spinach or mushroom? Question. Okay. So for this, these. The tablet is expensive. Let's look for a cheaper ones. The tablet, that's just one, and this says ones. Let's look for, sorry, I missed a cheaper one. A cheaper one. Which book is yours? This one. You guys are getting to see my typing skills here. Which shoes did you buy? The one over there, the one, but shoes is plural. The ones over there. Or I suppose you could say those. I'm not exactly sure what they want for that answer. You could say the ones over there, or you could say those. So let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. 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 There we go. All right. I think there's one more. There are pants on sale. Which one? Again, pants. How do we say it? Which ones? Which ones? Which pants are on sale? The jeans, the khaki pants, the dress pants, the work pants. There's all kinds of different types of pants, right? All right. Now, a pay stub. That's life skill, right? Looking at a pay stub. Sometimes those are very confusing, but you'll be able to read them. In this lesson, you're going to learn about pay stubs. You will scan headings, interpret information, and probably not be able to do the role play. But if you have someone at home in your lessons with the role play that you can do that with, that'd be great. If you can do a role play with someone else. pay stub, right? It's that piece of paper that you get when you get a paycheck that tells you what your pay is, how many hours you worked, how much you get paid per hour for your work, what they take out, right? Taxes, Social Security insurance, workman's compensation. There are definite areas where they take money out of your paycheck and they pay it to funds that you'll be able to use later, like Social Security. Taxes go right to our government to pay for our essential services. When employers pay their workers, they often give them a pay stub. The pay stub includes details about the money the worker earned. So in order to connect this to your life, I'll tell you a story about me. And that is that at my job, my administrative assistant job, we would get a copy of our paycheck, a paper copy. We'd get it in our mailbox once a month. And most of the time, I think people have something called direct deposit. It goes straight to your bank account. Some people probably get the check and then they put it in their bank account. But we would always get a pay stub like this here. Well, because of everything going on right now and with systems being shut down and they're not making the physical pay stubs anymore. So we went into an online system and signed up, and now we get our pay stub online. We don't get it in the mail anymore. They would mail the paycheck stubs to our office, and then the office would put them in our mailboxes. But they're not doing that anymore. And so that might be happening in other places as well. Maybe even where you work, you have to sign up now and have the pay stub in an online system that you can go back and look at. And then if you want a copy, you can print the copy. All right. The pay stub includes details about the money the worker earned. Okay, so what kind of information do you think is on a pay stub? And there are 4 answers here. What do you think? Can you think about looking at your pay stub? You think your name and address, your Social Security number, the employer's name and address, the employer's Social Security number, the money the worker earned, the money the employer earned, excuse me. So which do you think? Let's see. The worker's name and address, so that's you. The worker's Social Security number, that's you. The employer's name and address, right? That's who you work for. And the money the worker earned, so that's the amount of money you earned for that paycheck. Okay. So again, here's some practice with vocabulary, and you can look at all the vocabulary in that section, in the vocabulary section. So again, the vocabulary here is groupings of words that are working together, okay? Phrases that we use in English, all right, that go with these phrases, that go with here, single words or words that are combined together with other words. So employees, rate, net pay, federal income tax, second page, state income tax, deductions. Okay, my supervisor always welcomes the new employees on their first day of work. So one of these meanings goes with employees, workers, right? Workers. What is the rate your employer pays for an hour of work? Again, let's use context here. The rate, that is the amount. Okay, so let's see. The money, how much money, the money you take home, money the state government takes, money the US government takes, all the money that comes out of your paycheck. How much money? You need to know what your net pay is to be sure you have enough money to live on. Okay, the money, the net pay is the money you take home. There's gross pay. That's all the money you earn with no deductions. Once you have deductions, that's your net pay. Once they take money out, it's your net pay. In the US, most people who earn salaries have to pay federal income tax. That's the money that the US government takes. Federal is the US government. So they take money for things like paying all of our senators, all of our congressmen, paying all the jobs that are done for the federal government, the president, the vice president, the members of the cabinet, our US military. That's where they get the money to pay those people. That's where they get the money to give funds to organizations to have programs like this. We get money from the US government to have our classes, and we are very thankful for that. Did you know that people who live in Alaska and Florida don't pay state income tax? Oh, there's more states. Nevada and New Mexico, I believe, also do not pay state tax, possibly Kentucky and Tennessee as well. There are several. Unfortunately, in Illinois, we pay state income tax. Money the state government takes, okay, that's our state, so that's only for Illinois. And then that money goes to fund things like the roads in Illinois and the Illinois community colleges and the public colleges. And some of the money goes to the public schools and for our firemen and our policemen and for the people who work in government for our state. On your pay stub, you can see deductions for taxes. What are deductions? All the money that comes out of your paycheck. So I don't know if you have younger kids, but every parent will have the same story. When their child goes to work and gets a job, their first job when they're 15 or 16 or 17 as a teenager, and they get their first paycheck and they're like, what is all this money taken out of my paycheck? And it's kind of a funny little thing, because as parents, as the adults, we know that we have to pay taxes, and so do they. So they take those taxes out of their paycheck. But they don't make enough money. They usually get all that money back, okay, because you sometimes pay the government more than what you owe, and then you get a refund. All right, let's read. All right, so here's a pay stub, and you can see there's lots of information. We've got to scroll to look at this, and we can scan it. Just look quickly over this text and see company, the employee, the pay period, date of pay, all the money that they earn, hourly rate, deductions. And deductions, this period is for that particular paycheck, and year to date is for the whole year. Okay, so we're looking for certain things: the employee's name and social security number. That's under employee information. The weeks, pay period. The date, pay date. How much money? Earnings. All the money that comes out, we have to scroll down, deductions, deductions. Again, more information here, okay? So just asking you some questions about the pay. And you will have very similar exercises to these. Okay, earnings, earnings. We see that right here, earnings. Under earnings, employees can see how many hours they worked, how much they earned per hour for both regular and overtime pay. So you see right here, regular and overtime. So if you work at a job, or if you have worked at a job in the past that had a regular rate and you got some overtime. So for example, look at this, 80 hours for this pay period, which is 2 weeks. That means 40 hours each week. But then there was some extra time that they worked over the hours they were allowed. They worked 5 extra hours. So they get paid more for working extra hours. All right, deductions. So here are the deductions right here. The deductions on a pay stub include the money for federal taxes, state taxes, Social Security, and Medicare. So these are things that you need to know. Federal taxes, state taxes, Social Security, and Medicare. Okay, so they take these amounts out. Okay, you can see that the biggest amount is federal income tax, then Social Security, then the state tax, and lastly, Medicare. Okay, but those come out of everyone's paycheck. All right. So it's kind of a little bit of a review here where we can look at the questions and choose which answer is correct. Gross pay is the money you earn before deductions or you take home. Gross is the money you earn before deductions. This is what you made this time, but now they take some money out and this is your net pay. Definitely a difference in the amount, right? Net pay is the money you earn before deductions or you take home after. Take home after. All right. So when you see this little box, here's a tip. When we add numbers, we say, for example, 2 plus 2 equals 4, and we write 2 plus 2 equals 4. When we subtract numbers, we say, for example, 4 minus 1 equals 3, and we write 4 minus 1 equals 3. So there's a little bit of math included in here. Your gross pay minus or plus your total deductions equals your net pay. So minus, that means to take it out, or plus means to add it. So your gross pay minus your total deductions equals your net pay. Okay, so here's your gross pay, here's your deductions, here's the net pay. That's what that's talking about. Okay, let's see what's in our speaking, and we may have to skip this. Oh, well, we'll do this section of matching. Okay, so again, it's match the questions to the answers, and these are asking you definitions. What is deduction? What is gross pay? What is net pay? What is federal income tax? What is state income tax? So what is a deduction? The money that comes out of your pay, the taxes, Social Security. What is gross pay? Money you earn before deductions. What is net pay? Money you take home. What is federal income tax? Money the U.S. government takes. What is state income tax? The money the state government takes. Okay. Mistakes on your pay stub. So this is, again, it's a conversation between people about things being incorrect. If you think there's a mistake on your pay stub, ask your supervisor or employer about it. Generally speaking today, I doubt that you would have a mistake on your pay stub because most companies today use a service Although I will say once College of DuPage made a mistake on our pay stubs, and they took out too much money for taxes by accident. And I don't know what happened there, but it was okay because we get it back when we file our taxes. But if you think there's a mistake, you may see a mistake, it's okay to go to your supervisor and ask the question. Okay, so this is the section where you're going to add to your portfolio. In this lesson, you're going to write a recommendation about a store. So you're going to tell someone about a store you like. You will make a recommendation, support your recommendation with reasons and examples, restate your recommendation in different words. So what does that mean, recommendation? Which means, here we go, a suggestion to do something, okay? Or a suggestion that something is good. So if you ever buy things from Amazon, for example, okay, you see the stars, okay, and that's a recommendation. That is telling someone they like the product, okay? That's telling someone they like a product. So that's a recommendation, okay? So here are definitely different types of stores. That's electronics, clothes like jeans, mostly jeans. This looks like maybe an antique store or a resale or furniture store. Shoes, clothing that looks mostly like women's clothing. And this looks like a grocery store, okay? Read the following shopping recommendations, then look at the pictures and match each recommendation to a store. So these all tell us some information about all these places, okay? These places to shop. Abby's Clothes Store is terrific. Which one is Abby's Clothes Store? This one, right here. They have great clothes for working women. It's really convenient to get to Fresh Foods. Here's Fresh Foods right here. So this one is F. There's a bus stop in front of the supermarket. Here you see the bus stop. That looks like it's in the parking lot. It's a little funny, right? BR Phones is the best place to buy cell phones. Look here. These are cell phones, right? They sell a lot of different brands. So A. If you need furniture, but your budget is small, go to Second Chance. I bought a used sofa for less than $100. I would say that is letter C, Second Chance, right? Resale. KB Sneakers is the best shoe store in the city. It's very large, so you can always find what you need. What looks like shoes? Letter D. If you want to buy jeans, go to Jeans Mart. They have the best prices. That's letter B, right? Jeans Mart. And there's one more, I guess. Now, where do you like to shop and why? Do you have a favorite store? We have lots of choices, although we can't shop everywhere right now. All right, so let's continue on. All right, so again, here is a review. So remember when I told you, you can see the stars filled in, okay? That's a good review. 5, 1, 2, yeah, there's 5 stars. So that's usually how the reviews are. So if you ever buy a product, for example, on Amazon, right? And if it's a good product, it'll have 5 stars filled in, or maybe 4, or maybe 4.5, half of the next star, right? But I look at those stars and I read sometimes some of the comments because I want to know, am I getting a good deal? Is this a good product? Is this what I want? Will it work for me? So here's a review I recommend shopping at Way Smart Foods. The store always has a lot of specials, so you save money. For example, yogurt is on special now, 10 for $10. They're usually $1.50 each. Also, Way Smart has many store brand items. They're a lot cheaper than the name brands, and they're really good. You can buy store brand cereal for a great price. You can also download online coupons and use them at Way Smart. This week, I have a buy one, get one free coupon for cereal. For these reasons, you should shop at Way Smart Foods. You get the best value for your money there. Okay, so this is someone wrote a recommendation or a review. When you make a recommendation, support your recommendation with reasons and examples. Okay, so the why. Why do you like it? What do they have? What do they offer? This tells you a lot of those things, right? What is Santiago's recommendation? What 3 reasons support Santiago's recommendation? What examples does Santiago give? So here's a little tip. Many stores have online coupons. You can download them from the store's website, or sometimes the store emails coupons to you. You can print them out or show them on your phone when you check out. Okay, so what is his recommendation? He says you should shop at Way Smart Foods. Okay, what are the reasons? Has a lot of specials. Okay, many store brands, so a lot of specials, many store brands, and you can download online coupons and use them. So those are the 3 reasons, the why. Why does he like to shop at Way Smart Foods? Okay, you can save a lot of money on store specials. You can find a lot of store brands. You can download coupons, okay? And what examples does Santiago give? He gives them an example of the yogurt being on special, okay? They have the store brands that are cheaper, okay? And you can use the buy one, get one free coupon, okay? You can use the coupons. The yogurt, cereal, and buy one, get one free. So those, he says why to shop there. That's his recommendation. You should shop there. These are the reasons why, and here's some examples. So I want you to notice too. So here's the reason, number 1, and here's the example, okay? So he gives a reason, and then he gives an example for that reason. Okay, so restating your recommendation. This is talking about the end, the conclusion, right? The end. How are you going to end your paragraph that you wrote? And when we have written our paragraphs in class, I think for College of DuPage, I don't know if Joliet, if we've actually had a chance to do any big writing assignments, but we wrote about our favorite animal, remember, in College of DuPage. And you can end your recommendation by restating it in different words. So you're saying the same thing. I recommend shopping here. And at the end, you can say it in a different way, but the same thing. For these reasons, you should shop at Way Smart Foods. You get the best value for your money there, okay? So in which lines does the writer restate? In here, lines 10, 11, and 12, I think, 10 through 12, okay? What do you think the expression best value for your money means? You can buy a lot with the money you have, meaning if it's a good value, right? You get a good price for a good item. That's a good value. There you go, all good. Okay, so in the next section, you're going to plan, and then you're going to plan a recommendation of a store. So maybe you recommend shopping at TJ Maxx. I like that store. That's one of my favorites. So why do you like to shop at TJ Maxx? Have many different items. So for example, if I need to buy something for my kitchen, okay, they have kitchen items. Oh, I am not spelling very well today. And clothing, okay. I can find good gifts. They have jewelry and purses that make great gifts. I can buy clothing for the whole family. There they have clothes for men, women, and children. Okay, so that is a simple way to put together, okay? Here's the store, here's the reason. Different items, the example, kitchen and clothing. Those are examples of items. What are, I can find good gifts. I would shop there a lot for gifts for my family. So what are examples of the gifts? Jewelry and purses, okay? Then it says clothing. Well, what kind of clothing can I find there? Clothes for men, women, and children. So I can find a variety of clothing there. Okay, so you're gonna plan that, and you can talk about any type of store. It could be a grocery store. It could be a hardware store where you buy things for doing things in your house. It could be a furniture store, a department store like Target or Walmart or TJ Maxx, Marshalls. It could be Dollar Tree, Dollar Saver, a craft store like maybe Michael's or Joann Fabrics. But just pick a store that you like to shop. And if you can't think of a store here in the US, maybe a store that you shopped at in your home country. So write a recommendation. Well, this says grocery store, but I'm okay if you write it about a different type of store. It doesn't matter to me. Use your plan. So here's the click for the recommendation, right? This is the model that was about this Way Smart Foods, okay? Make a recommendation, give reasons and examples, and restate your recommendation in different words. Okay, so remember that when you're done with that, okay, when you're done with your student lesson for the writing, and we're gonna go ahead and look at it really quick. All right, plan and write. Here's the plan and write section. So here, you are going to write a recommendation for a department store. So for your exercise, the in-class lesson was for a grocery store. This says a department store. Target, TJ Maxx, Walmart, Dollar Store, Joann Fabrics, Sam's Club, Costco, any kind of store like that, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. Those are department stores. So when you're doing your planning, remember, you don't need to write in full sentences. And then when you write, I'm gonna write in here, okay? If you don't like what you wrote, you can reset it, start over, and when you're done, save to your portfolio, okay? And then I will see your work, okay? I'll be going through all the work in the next couple of days that I may have missed some of it so far, but I'll go through your work and I'll leave you some notes. All right, that is our lesson for the end of Unit 4. That is it. We are all done. Sorry, I need to make this bigger, but it will in a moment. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, if you have questions about this work, if you have questions, sorry about that, about summer, please let me know. I will help you as much as I can getting you set up for summer. And again, you will not have access in Burlington English from the time classes end. So Joliet, they're gonna probably close out Burlington English early next week. And COD, probably the same thing. Tuesday is our last class. So please, you do need to do 4 hours a week in Burlington English because you're doing 1 hour watching this. And then our class periods, right? Our class for COD is 4 hours. For Joliet, I'm sorry, our class for COD, 5 hours. Joliet, 4 hours. So COD students watch this for 1 hour and 4 hours in Burlington English. And that's when I see that you have that lets me know I can put the attendance as you were in class, okay? If you need to catch up, please catch up so that I can give you attendance. Students from Joliet, our class is a 4 hour class, okay, 4 hours. So you watch the video about an hour, and then you do 3 hours worth of work in Burlington English. And I see everyone is working and putting in a lot of hours, and that's great. Okay, that is great. You can keep working. And you'll be working again in Burlington English over the summer. I'm just sad I didn't get to see everybody here at the end, but hopefully I will be able to see all of you at least one more time. Maybe we'll see each other again in the fall. But right now, I hope you guys have a great summer. You enjoy the nice weather we're going to have. You're able to get outside and do some things, take some walks, and enjoy this time. And I really appreciate you getting on and doing this work. It was a change for everybody. And you guys did a great job. Thank you so much. And take care, everyone. I miss you all, and I hope to see you again.